All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. We're back again with another live stream. Daily live stream embarks upon us, and it's very imminent, very, very imminent, ladies and gentlemen, that we start the new era, the Pochettino era. Here we go. Apparently, is very, very close. Any moment we could get this. And the word in the streets is that Pochettino won't join immediately. He will join after this season is finished. Look, fair enough. Let this abysmal, season come to an end, and then Pochettino can start. My preference was that he just takes over immediately, get to know the team a little bit, and then really assess who he wants to keep, who he wants to let go of, how he wants to play. Maybe start the process already. Do you know what I mean? Start the revitalization, start the rebuilding straight away. So we'll talk about all of that. I expect a announcement about this particular news very soon, very, very soon. Big up to each and every one of you guys. Big up to Tariq. Big up to Munoz. Big up to Milo, J Money, my man. Chelsea winning next year, hopefully. Nice stylist, Nathan, Tony, Sasaka. Big up, man. Big up, miss. Enjoy your content a lot. Thank you so much, Tony. Big up, Chelsea boy. Big up to Jeff Knightley as well, my man. Good to see you. Anmol, Rodrex, Sukamoto, RS7, everyone. Big up, man. Good to see so many of you guys. Regular people on a daily basis. We are like a family, and I love it. Absolutely enjoy it. Robbie, good to see you. Vignesh, good to see you. G11W. Mark, good to see you. G11W is saying he won't officially start till June, but he will be involved, I reckon, at the games and sometimes in training watching. I hope so. I hope he does get a idea of what he's getting into. Look, a lot of players will move on. So whatever he gets to see now, it will be very, very different. Obviously, come preseason next season, many players have to go. Look, in this upcoming transfer window, in the summer one, I'm going to be actually more excited about players leaving. I'll be celebrating every player departure because we need it more than we need the incomings. I don't really want too many more incomings, if I'm being absolutely honest. Key specific areas: defensive midfield, maybe a striker, definitely a striker, but we have to be careful who we get. If it's not Victor Osimhen, if it's not Harry Kane, his name's getting floated around. I highly doubt that will happen. Then, someone like Vitor Roque, go with a youngster, see how that turns out, develop. You've got a manager that does well with youngsters, so that could potentially be a route to go down to. Eddie, wa alaikum assalam, my brother. Hope you're doing well. And then obviously a goalkeeper. I think we would like to get a goalkeeper. Pritham is saying Rasmus Højlund. Look, I've not watched this brother, man. Honestly, I don't know, Pritham, how much you've watched this particular brother. Atalanta people, the manager over there, Gasperini, he is hyping him up a lot. He's saying that he's going to turn out to be a monster. So look, I've not watched Atalanta. I'm not even going to lie sitting here saying that I've watched him. I don't know too much about him, but I can see there's a lot of hype on him. So let's see, man. I'd rather see Rasmus Højlund play a couple of more seasons. Do you know what I mean? Play a couple of more seasons, see how you're doing, and we'll take it from there. Jordan saying, why are we playing Wrexham? Yeah, I did see that. It must be part of the preseason calendar. I mean, look, we've got American owners. Wrexham's got, Ryan Reynolds, a Hollywood superstar. So I'm not surprised. That something's hooked up over there. So yeah, I'm not surprised one bit. Højlund is same level as Breuer. There you go. And we have to see what we want to do with Breuer as well. Even Ferguson is another one, but he's another one. I just want to wait. Like, I just want to see what's going on. I know a lot of people will say, Miz, well, why don't you want to wait with Vitor Roque? Look, I'm happy to wait with Vitor Roque, but for me, there's something special about Vitor Roque, and that's probably because I've watched him play a few times now. Maybe I don't feel the same way about Højlund. Hopefully, I've pronounced that right, Højlund. I don't think it's pronounced Hodgland, is it? And even Ferguson, Ivan Ferguson, I've only seen him a couple of times. He looks all right. Obviously, he looked really good against us as well before he got injured. But yeah, look, bottom line is, want to see more outgoings. I want to see a lot of outgoings in the next transfer window. So yeah, let's get cracking on. We've got a couple of news to go through. Joao Felix is also another hot topic. I really want to see what you guys have to say about that. Nearly 200 of you guys are live right now. Smash the like button, guys. Let's take a moment right now. Only 38 likes. Take a moment right now to get the likes up to 100 immediately. Let's do that. I'll take a little short break for some Coca-Cola. Definitely not being sponsored by them. And it's definitely not an ad. It's just me having a little sip. Meanwhile, you guys can smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Okay. Mauricio Pochettino to Chelsea is close to here we go. Positive talks on Monday night. Poch is prepared to say yes to Chelsea. It's closer than ever. Poch would join in the summer and not now. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. He's not going to be coming in right away. I'm pretty sure he'll have, he'll get access to the team and get to know. Some people are saying he'll be in Stamford Bridge. He'll watch training and this, that, the other. But of course, at the end of the day, the final decision is apparently he'll start from June and not straight away. But it's imminent. It's imminent. He is going to be the next Chelsea manager. And under this new ownership, he'll be so we've had Thomas Tuchel, we've had Graham Potter, we've had Bruno Salto, if you want to count that, for a game, Lampard, and Pochettino. This is the fifth manager under the new regime. So hopefully this is the path to the righteous path, I suppose. This is the path where it starts. Everything just kickstarts for us. We cannot afford for this particular managerial appointment to go south for us. It needs to bang. It has to bang. We don't have any other way. We simply do not have any other way. And I know a lot of you guys are still hurting. I can see you guys in the live chat. I can see you guys in the comments. I can see you guys in Twitter. I can see you guys in Instagram. Somewhere maybe I'm hurting as well. I'm trying to accept as quickly as possible now because I've had my say. I've had vented out my frustrations. Now I'm trying to, embrace this because it has to work out. And to all the people that are still a little bit hurt by it, look, if this goes south, if this doesn't work out, I think we're done, I really do. Because we're already not going to be in Europe next season. That's a given. And if we royally screw up next season as well, oh my God, that would be another season of not having Europe the season after, and player development and everything will be thrown out of the window. Everything will be thrown out of the window. And from that point, it will be bleak. It will be absolutely bleak. And it will get to a point where you're going to start thinking, oh my God, are we perhaps going to go through a cycle of Arsenal where they don't win anything? They haven't won anything for so long. Spurs, are we turning into the new Spurs? So for our sake, for the fan base's sake, for the club's sake, for the owner's sake, for the manager's sake as well, and for the players' sake, this has to turn out well. This has to. We don't have any other way. We have to support. Even though we are finding it difficult, we must support. We have to hope that this works out. More than you can believe. More than you can believe that this works out. Digital Film Reviews, thank you so much for the super chat. Even though Poch isn't my first choice. I pray we get him to sign. Otherwise, it's Postecoglou, and that's just a nightmare. Now, like there was some rumors floating around late yesterday, that maybe there could be some, you know, final issues in the appointment of Pochettino, and I was getting worried. I was like, "Nah, don't do this again. Do not do this again." All right, some latest tweet. Thank you so much, Joseph, for letting us know on the live chat. Understand crucial meeting took place on Monday in Spain between Mauricio Pochettino and Chelsea. Chelsea are closing in on details of the agreement with Pochettino. Deal at final stages, waiting on official contract to be offered soon. There you go. We're just now waiting on the official offer. This is going to be interesting. This is what I want to hear from you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, Kingsley, thank you so much for the super chat. Relax, Miz. We'll be fine. Poch is a decent coach. Brother, you relax. You relax. Don't wrap me being relaxed. I'm very, very relaxed. I have some doubts, but you best believe I'm very relaxed. I'm on board. I am truly, deeply on board now. But yeah, I can understand why others might feel a little bit hurt by all of this, and surely enough, it will change results. Results will change everything. That's the bottom line. Because Stone Cold said so. Results will change everything. If Poch can come in and get a good start, I think that will bring in a lot of the crowd. So yeah. But in regards to this particular tweet, ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you, this official contract to be offered, what type of contract do you want to see offered? Let me know in the live chat. I'm very keen to see. Surely we're not going with a 5-year contract anymore, the way we did with Graham Potter. 5-year contract, 12 million a year. But you know what? That sets a precedent. That really does set a precedent. I don't, for a second, believe Poch will come for anything less than 12 million. A lot of you guys are saying 2 years with the option of third. I like that. 2 years max, yes. 2 plus 1, 2.5 years. 2 years. 3 is Nathan. Do you know what? 2 plus 1 is good. 2 years plus 1 is good. 18 months, please. Nah, I think that might not work out. But 2 plus 1, I think that might be the way to go about. How much would the wages be? Because I don't believe this guy will take less than Graham Potter, you know. If we were paying, which we were, 12 million a year, how much would Pochettino be? Pochettino would be asking for it bare minimum 12, if not more. And this is what I feel it was a stupid precedent that we set. Unless we go, do you know what? Yes, we offered that brother 12 million, but that was a mistake. We're not going to do that for you. We'll go with, I don't know. How much was Pochettino on at Spurs? How much was he on at PSG? Can someone tell me? Yeah, 10 million a year. That's what I was thinking, Tiny. I was like, 10 million a year. Sounds pretty decent. President Jafar, thank you so much for the super chat. The senior players def know who Poch is. No, they do. He's not like a no-namer. People know who he is. He's got enough managerial credentials. This is where I'm a little bit okay with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's not some sort of unknown factor. People know who Pochettino is. Players should know who he is. He should warrant some level of respect, some level. But yeah, about 10 million, that's what I'm thinking as well. 10 million a year, 2 million a year. That's not going to happen. But about 10 million a year, I think that's probably decent enough. Yeah, 2 years plus 1. I think that is, because you don't want to give long-term contract again. You don't know. It's so volatile. This is the other thing. So we've now got from you guys, majority of you guys want 2 plus 1 year. Let me know what your expectation. I've never asked you guys live chat, over 300 plus live right now. Smash the like button, number one. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe. Let me know your expectation, realistic expectation under Pochettino next season. No European football, potentially 1 game a week. What is your expectation? and come up with a realistic expectation, and also give me how you're going to keep the Pochettino accountable. If they don't meet your expectation, do you sack Pochettino? Let me know how you keep him accountable. I really want to know this. I'm going to take some of your comments very, very soon. Tompa Legend, thank you so much for the super chat. Miz, I wonder how we can keep Havertz, Mount, Felix, and then Nkunku is joining as well. Also depends on formation, position, etc. What do you think? Now, some of these players will have to go. Tompa Legend, you're right. I think it's too many of the same people. And we'll talk about Felix. I think Havertz's time is probably up. Okay, let's have a look at what you guys have been saying. Tariq is saying top 4, and we'll take top 6 as minimum. Cool. There you go. I like it. So give me an option like that. Top 4 and top 6 as minimum. Anything less than that, does that mean you will consider a sack? Let me know as well. Does that mean do you consider a sack? I see Poch as a stepping stone to get us back to top 4 while developing players to allow us to get a world-class manager. Fair enough. Top 4 or top 6? Top 5 fighting for top 4. Fair enough. In my opinion, if 4-3-3 is being played, then don't keep Felix. No, I don't sack him. Want to sack him, I think that's what you're saying. My expectation is for him to score 100 goals in 38 games. 100 goals in 38 games. Wow. How many did we score? Have we scored now? Like 30, 31 or something? How many have we scored this season? Yeah, that would be banging. That would be banging. Top 6 next season is bare minimum with 1 game a week and at least a domestic cup final. There you go. There you go. Let me know if you would hold him accountable if he doesn't reach those targets. Do you sack him if he doesn't reach those targets? I'm not talking about just missing out by a slight margin. I'm talking about, like, say if you've, like, for example, Kingsley Tuman, thank you so much for the super chat. My expectation next year is top 6 minimum. So if he comes, let's say 8th, 9th, 10th, what do you do? What do you do? 31, yeah, I know. We've scored like 31 goals and we want to score 100 goals next season. That would be mad. That would be mad. Okay, thing is, Miz, Poch now with no Europe will have way more time in training compared to Potter. So I think he should get us back to top 4 next season because we have near perfect squad, good owners. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Let me know, Eddie, who do you expect to be knocked out of top 4? So let's say if the top 4 ends up being this season, Man City, Arsenal, Newcastle, Man United, who do you expect will get knocked out? Top Dog RLG, thanks so much for the super chat. For me, if in 3 years he develops the likes of Mudryk, Colwell, Carney, Hall, Madueke, and Breuer into superstars and gets us into Champions League as well as in a position to challenge for titles, I'll be happy. I mean, that's 3 years is a long time. That's if he lasts till that long. Do you know what I mean? Because you're gonna have to hit targets. I don't think we can just close our eyes and just give him 3 years. You know what I mean? President Jaffa, if I see improvements despite missing our target, I will stay with him. I think the board will stick with him like they wanted to do with Potter. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Unless it's like drastically, a failure. Realistically, next season should be like what United are having this season. Top 4 and winning the domestic cup and minimum top 6 with 1 domestic cup win. I like this. Joseph. This is actually a fair enough expectation. Miss, who do you see leaving regardless of whoever is appointed as the manager? Ooh, Christian Pulisic, Hakim Ziyech, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Conor Gallagher, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Chalobah, Koulibaly. I think that's it. Oh, yeah. Aubameyang. Yep. Aubameyang. Sai Krishna saying Romelu Lukaku. I don't know, man. I don't know if Romelu Lukaku leaves permanently or goes out on a loan. So it could be. Aspie, yes. Aspie might just stick around, I don't know. Because he's happy, apparently. He's happy. He's happy to be like a mentor. He's got another year left in his contract, so he might stick around. Mount, do you know what, Munoz? I think Mount might stay. I really do think Mount might stay now. Mendy could be another one who could potentially leave. Kepa, I think, might stick around. Bakayoko, is Bakayoko still in our books? What? Surely not. Surely not. Kingsley, thank you so much for the super chat. Forgot to mention he must pick up cups alongside top six. Fair enough. Fair enough. So look, I hope you guys can, if that's your expectation, I hope you guys can stay true to your expectation and hold people accountable for that. My expectation, I'll be absolutely honest, is very, very simple. My expectation, I said, sixth. If you can come sixth, I don't even necessarily want any domestic. Like, it would be brilliant if you can do that. But if you can come sixth with a distinct way of playing football, and we can definitely see that there has been strong improvement in the squad, players have developed, then I can get on board. But if you end up coming 8th, 9th, 10th, question marks will rise. Question marks will rise, because that would mean another failure season for me. And at that point, what are we really doing? We should have just gone with a serial killer, a well-established, ruthless, winning manager. Because if we don't get at least sixth from Pochettino, from being one game a week after cutting down the squad, and I think that will help as well, to cut down the squad to 24, 25 players, I think will help massively as well, because I do sympathize with Potter to a certain degree, that I don't think we made it easy for him. Blood, who is going to score goals for us, Miz? Ooh. Okay. I think this is interesting. This will take us to this next particular news. Chelsea are weighing up Joao Felix's future, with incoming head coach Mauricio Pochettino said to be key to whether the club opt to keep him. They are considering whether to move for him again, and could opt to extend his loan by another season. Now, we said recently, I think a loan makes sense. I don't mind a loan. First of all, let me make it very, very clear. And Blood, I'm going to come to this particular point. This is a very, very interesting comment. First of all, look, I'm not bothered. There was a moment when Joao Felix came into the team. I was like, wow, yeah. Honestly, I hope we keep Joao Felix on a permanent basis. Like, this guy is exactly what we need. And I still believe his skill set, like aesthetically, he looks really good. And not just that, from an attacking standpoint, our attack does look better with him, especially when we went through that moment, that short moment where Graham Potter was picking up some wins. Him, Sterling, Havertz, they really linked up well. I really did like the look of that. But right now, I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered anymore. If we can get him on another season for loan, fantastic. I think that is an ideal situation. Spending 80 million odd, I'm not really sure that's wise, unless we can make some sort of deal with Romelu Lukaku. If Lukaku goes to Atletico Madrid, we can do some sort of a deal with Joao Felix. Okay, fair enough. But I'm not going to lose my sleep if we don't buy Joao Felix. I think he's an outstanding player, but I really did expect him to be that standout performer when he came to Chelsea Football Club. I know a lot of people will say, but Miz, he's never ever performed like, 10 goals, 10 assists, this, that, the other. But I thought maybe, getting that opportunity, the new break at Chelsea Football Club, that he would be the difference maker. But he didn't. He wasn't. He wasn't the difference maker. And I know the entire team hasn't played well, but even through adversity, I expect players of his caliber to do well. So look, maybe if he sticks around next season, along with some really, really good signings that Nkunku's coming through. If we get ourselves a striker, DM, this, that, the other, maybe he plays better. And maybe under Pochettino, with a bit more settled environment, maybe he'll do better. But we'll see. Now comes the question of who is going to score all the goals for us. If Joao Felix does stick around, I do have to say I'm going to bank him to score a lot of goals. Nkunku is another one. J Money saying Nkunku will get 20 plus. That's a lot. I can see Nanda Kumar showing Mudryk 10 goals. Yes, I do expect Mudryk to score goals. Mudryk 10, Felix 10, and Kunku 17, striker 20. Nanda Kumar is on a madness. Nanda Kumar is getting that 100 goals no matter what. Yeah, look, we've got players that should be banging goals. I'm expecting Mudryk to score goals. Yeah, 10. I think 10 is a good target. Joao Felix, I'm expecting 10 to 15. Yes. If we get ourselves a striker, 15 to 20. Sterling, someone mentioned Sterling. If Sterling is sticking around, big if he is sticking around. I just have this slight feeling Sterling might go, I really do. He's going to take a pay cut, 30% pay cut. He might still think that, look, I've got demand in the market. I don't really need to take this 30% cut. I want to play for a particular team that's going to be in Europe. Sterling might go. Do you know what I mean? Like Real Madrid on that right side, like Real Madrid on the left side, they got Vinicius Jr. They could do with a right-sided player with Sterling. I know Rodrigo can play on that side as well, but Real Madrid a very big opportunity. But if Sterling does stay, I expect Sterling minimum 10 to 15. Minimum. So these are the players that I'm hoping can score. I'm hoping Enzo Fernandez can bang in some goals from midfield as well. Yeah, Noni Madueke and all of those guys, they're still going to be developing, so I'm not really going to bank goals from them. Don't expect Havertz to stick around. I really don't expect him to stick around. So yeah, these are, and obviously the defenders can chip in. We need to improve our set pieces. Badly need to improve our set pieces. Top Dog GRL, thank you so much for the super chat. If we get a top GK and a striker next season, then top 4 is a bare minimum. Second season, at least 1 domestic title, and top 3 finish. Third season, challenge for the title and Champions League. I like that. I like that process. Gradually making us an elite institution. Fair enough. T1, thank you so much for the super chat. And Kunku being quiet since his return. Damaged goods. Yeah, do you know what? Not a lot of people have been talking about this. I'm a bit worried about this, man. Has the injury really, really impacted him a lot? Same with Malo Gusto, Like, I'm worried. Like, has the injury really affected these guys? Hopefully not. Hopefully the preseason will get them started again. Maybe they both Malo Gusto and Kunku, they need good, solid break. And hopefully the preseason can get them conditioned for. But yeah, I hope Nkunku is not a victim of that particular injury. Because since that injury, it's not looked that great for him. He's since picked up some more few injuries here and there. It's got to work out for us, man. Honestly, this has got to work out. I cannot imagine this not working out for us. Because it's going to be a long season if it doesn't. President Jaffa, thank you so much for the super chat. We're overlooking Madueke under Poch as well. Now, yeah, I'm not overlooking, but I don't want to overestimate either. Let's see what happens. Under Pochettino. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, in the comments, let me know. Are you keen to keep Joao Felix? Yes or no? Why? Give me your comments in regards to that. I mean, looks like a decision will be made on Joao Felix, and the head coach Mauricio Pochettino will have certain say on it. So let me know in the comment section how you feel about Joao Felix. Thank you for Nkunku discussion. It's pretty crazy. Nobody's talking about Nkunku's injuries this season. I'm pretty worried. Yeah, I'm worried as well, man. I am worried to a certain degree, but I'm hoping that the preseason will be huge for him. There's nothing wrong with Nkunku. Leipzig knows he's gone. They have to move on and develop people that are going to be with them at least for a while. Fair enough. That own goal wasn't Gusto's fault. His teammate hit the ball point blank on him. No problems. I'm not really talking about the own goal, but I'm just concerned about how long he's been away because of that injury. Hopefully he comes back good. Les Joao go back home. Yes. Some people want him. Loan, I'm fine with, but don't buy. Keep only if loan, otherwise punt. Fair enough. I'm indifferent about it. Look, seems like a lot of people be confused about this situation. Felix can go or one more season on loan. Yeah, people will entertain the loan. Looks like not many will entertain the purchase. Yes, people need to look at the conditions he came in. Felix never played in the EPL before. And you know what? I don't really think conditioning is his issue. I think Joao Felix has taken the Premier League very nicely, taken it by storm in terms of adapting. It's just his finishing. His finishing has deserted him, and it seems to be the case with all Chelsea players, whoever we buy. So that's where I really expected Joao Felix to not have a problem. Aka saying Felix can leave. I love Felix so much, but his decision making is horrible. The Real Madrid game, he nutmegged someone. He didn't pass the Kai. He does this often terrible decision making, very selfish. I've noticed that, but there have been times where he's been very good as well in regards to decision making, and his teammates have let him down. Look, needs to do better. I understand. Needs to do better. Felix is Poch type of player. The way Poch plays, narrow with his wingers, Felix and Nkunku will cock. Felix and Nkunku will cock. I hope you mean cook, because yeah, I don't want them to cock. Look, if we can offload Lukaku the other way, when it would be good to have Felix. Otherwise, it's okay. Fair enough. For me, it's about wages. People going to complain about Mount, but would play Felix yet compare their first season in the league. Fair enough. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap things up. I'm going to take some final comments, but before do that, we've got more than 100 likes, which is fantastic. If we can keep pushing to get to 200, that would be brilliant. We've got more than 420 plus. At one stage, it was 450. Let's take some final more comments, and we'll wrap things up. Okay. For me, it's about wages. People are going to complain about Mount, but would pay Felix yet compare their first season in the league. Look, I think Mount might stay. Mount might be an important player under Pochettino. Because let's be honest, when all team is playing horrible, one player cannot do anything. Also, there was tension within the team. Yeah, I get that. I do get that. I do understand. But I just thought that someone like Joao Felix might have found something above that. Do you know what I mean? So you do still have abysmal season, but one or two players can still stand out. And that's what I was hoping with Joao Felix. Okay, last comment. We'll wrap things up. Felix will do better with better players around him. Just like Mount, it's either Mount or Felix. Fair enough. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's wrap things up. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Yeah, until next time, everyone. Take care. See ya.